Okay, so I am back and I'm here to show a proposed work system for Ezra. So rather than do a box, usually I like to use boxes. I'm running out of boxes. I thought, like, I use a briefcase, maybe we could just go with a work bag. So I have that. I also created a little first then thing where he's got his little work bag here and then a sticker, and these are just taped on so that he could actually just take the sticker off. Obviously this is these can be revised. You don't have to do a sticker, you can change the sticker each time. So but that's another option that I added. Also, while it's best to have a student have a workstation and be on their own, sometimes they have to work at a table. And so I created this little workstation area, little portable thing. These are just file folders, actually rubber cemented together. And just to point out that this example that I'm showing is for Ezra kindergartner, but these materials can be adapted even for older kids. You don't have to be in special ed or autistic to use some kind of work system. They're also good for home. For example, this is something that I used with my own son when he was in high school. He had trouble with some writing, and so I created this little workstation for him that had like different parts of speech and rules for commas, other kind of punctuation, and some rules for words that are often misspelled, things like that. So I did want to mention that. Also, this is a done box. You don't have to use a box, but typically you might have a box on the floor to the right, or you can have a bin to the right. Basically what you're doing is teaching the student to work from left to right. And this also helps develop a sense of accomplishment. And so you want the student to feel that he's accomplished something and that he's done. So you have to really have some kind of finished or done area. I will also warn you, I was recently talking to a teacher and she mentioned, well, on the positive side, she was running with this idea and she was using this in her classroom. I think kind of on the negative side is some of her kids were getting into a competitive mode, and they were talking in terms of winning. And I would actually discourage that, because you don't want students to rush through these tasks. And these are tasks that they can do. These are not tasks that you're teaching them. These are not instructional tasks. These are tasks that they should have skills that they've mastered. So you're actually just trying to extend their independent work time. You don't want them to rush through, okay? So this is an example. This is what I came up with for Ezra. And again, I have the 1, 2, 3 up here with Velcro. This can be changed. Again, I don't know that a bag is really gonna work well, but basically what the student would do is take out the materials. Depending on how you have it organized, they could take it out one at a time, but with my bag, I am taking them all out. So in this case, what he would do, the first one is a fall puzzle. He would take the one off, put the one on the bag. I know that Ezra likes pumpkins, and so this is just a 7-piece puzzle. Anyway, all I did was print out the picture in color and laminated that, and then using rubber cement, I glued it to a piece of cardboard. Okay, so he would do the puzzle, and then it would go in the finished or done area. Number 2, now I will say, I have not worked with this student, and so this is a rough guess of what I understand his skills are. So he's in kindergarten, and I've been told he actually has a lot of really good skills in terms of letters, numbers, whatever, but it's really about his ability to sit in a seat and work for any period of time without the teacher. So again, the teacher, I'm not in the evaluation process with this student, so I'm not digging too deep with him, but the teacher, this is just to kind of get her some structure with this, and then she can revise, and I'm going to let her know the different materials that are available to her here at this school. So task number 2, he would take the 2, stick it on there, and there are pictures of balls, and this is just a small and big sort. I actually had a box that, so it is divided. He would put the small here and the large here. Another option could have been, I could have sealed the box and I could have put a hole here, that just a little too difficult for me. So this just has an example of a small ball, the big ball, and there's the balls here. And I wrote on here that there are options, that if this tends to be, or if this is too easy, too hard, whatever, there's different things you can do with these pictures. You can have the student match the footballs versus the tennis balls, things like that. Or you can have the student do patterns, you know, and it could be football, football, tennis ball, football, football, tennis ball, something like that. But that's another option, again, up to the teacher, what is going to work for the student. So he would do that, finish it, goes in the bin. Then number 3, picked out for him are just patterning cards, and these materials. Oh my gosh, I do have where all this stuff comes from. I guess add that to this one. I think this is everyone for Montessori for everybody. Some of the images, but not all of the images. Anyway, so. This starts out with just matching to make sure that the student, you know, understands just the concept of the pictures, because not every student can work with pictures. And again, I don't know this student, but starts off with matching, and then a very simple A-B matching, and then they're a little bit different down here with needing to fill in with 2 pictures versus 1, and it's you know, a 3-part pattern as opposed to 2-part or 1 part up here. So, and they the pieces are just in a plastic bag, glued to the back like that. So it's really handy. Anyway, so he would do that, and it would go there. And again, if he's using this, he would know that he was able to take the sticker then, or he would go to the teacher, however the teacher wants to set up the system. Also want to mention that basically this is all flexible, and there are lots of materials out there available and online. Okay, so thank you and good luck.